year means out with the old and in with the new.
Hi, we're your new hosts. I'm Jaya Bosley.
And I'm Brooke Ice. And welcome to Tongie TV! New year means new me.
It's literally almost Valentine's Day, Brooke.
Shush. Let's not dwell on that.
Okay.
What are your New Year's resolutions, Jaya?
That's a tough one. Probably to eat more pancakes.
Ooh, that sounds really delicious. Mine is to finally understand the hype around fantasy football.
Yeah, I never really got it either.
Like, I love football, but I don't get the craze on the fantasy side.
Yeah, well, luckily Merrick Davenport made a video explaining fantasy football, and he recorded his punishment for when his team lost.
Ooh, I think I might have heard about that. Let's watch it.
A popular activity here at THS High School is to be part of a fantasy football league, and in one of the leagues around THS, the loser of that league has to spend 24 hours in a Waffle House. And you will now be wondering, that's a really long time, and yes it is, but for every waffle you eat, it takes an hour off your time. So let's hear it from our last place loser.
It all started back in August when we drafted these teams. A bad draft, some bad performances from some key players, many things. Did not score over 61 points in the losers bracket. To avoid this happening again next year, I feel like I need to really key on key guys, do my research a little bit more for draft. I know I'm gonna need flavor, so I'm gonna have to have waffles with either chocolate chips or something on them, some flavoring. And my goal is to be out in 6 hours. My goal is 18 waffles.
Now that we've heard from our loser, let's introduce the other side of the spectrum, our winner from the 2024 Fantasy Football League.
I mean, you know, there's a self, feeling of satisfaction, like, okay, you know, the work's done. The hard part's over, now we can celebrate. But we know there's a grind still, you know, there's next season on our mind. It's really never over. It's really just the grit. I mean, it's how bad do you want it? Why are you here? You know, those are the questions I ask the guys on the daily basis. When you show up in the morning, do you have a working mindset, or are you just going through the motions? You know, we've built a consistent program here, you know, above 500 every single year.
Now that we've heard the top end and the bottom end of the spectrum, let's hear it from the man who skid by the skin of his teeth.
I was most glad that I got to play against Merrick in the championship. You know, the past 4 weeks that he had before the championship, he didn't put over 70 points up. Pretty confident going into it, but whenever I saw our projections at the beginning of the week, I was worried a little.
Now that the aftermath is over, let's hear his experiences from Waffle House firsthand.
I hit a wall. An hour in. And sat there for the next about hour and a half to 2 hours just contemplating all my life's decisions. Ended up going to use the restroom. Not good from there. Not good.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Lachlan McCrae with Tongie TV, signing off.
I don't think I want to eat this anymore, actually.
Yeah, me neither. But do you know what else is also a key point around football, other than the crazy dares?
The coaches?
No, the cheerleaders. Without them, there probably wouldn't be as many fans.
I think the coaches are pretty important, too.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Absolutely not, but we can compromise and say that they're equally as important.
Okay, fine. But would you be opposed to watching a video about, let's say, cheerleaders?
I mean, I'm always open to new ideas.
That's perfect. You're in luck. Molly Graham made a video about the inside secrets of cheer and how it works.
Oh, let's watch that. Bonk.
Here at Tonganoxie, we have a great cheer team. Cheerleading is harder than most people would think. We show up to every basketball and football game always ready to perform.
My goal as a captain is to be a leader and have the girls be able to look up to me, teach the team new things, and just be like a safe place for everyone to be able to come to. The hardest thing to deal with while being a cheerleader is probably managing my time well during games and practices and everything, and just keeping my home life set for my cheer life.
Elena is only one of the many leading roles. We have 4 seniors on our team.
Balancing a busy life with cheer can definitely be challenging, but prioritizing things and making a task list really helps. I use a planner to keep track of my schedule and make sure I set aside specific times for schoolwork, cheer practice, and personal time. I decided to start cheering when I was in sophomore year, and I was always drawn to the energy involved in cheerleading, and I wanted to be a part of something that required school spirit. As a captain, my goal every day at practice is to motivate and support my team. I always focus on improving our skills and routines, ensuring that we work together seamlessly as a unit.
The captains do a great job of leading this team, but we can't forget who really runs the show.
My goal at practice is overall really to just be productive. We do cheer throughout the whole entire year, so there's a lot of things that are on our to-do list. Tongie tailgate at the beginning of the year, learning cheers, learning new stunts. There's a lot of things to get done throughout the year, so each practice has its own goal, but my end goal is to foster an environment that is positive and encouraging and building a place that these girls want to be in.
Cheerleading is stressful but fun, and it's shaped me into who I am today. This has been Molly Grammer with Tonganoxie Cheer, signing off.
Coaches are still pretty essential.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Though it is still really cool to see what it's like being a cheerleader.
Yeah, it is. What other kind of sports do you think can use cheerleaders?
I don't know. Maybe volleyball, or what about hockey?
Ooh, hockey is a good one. What about wrestling?
Could they use cheerleaders? I don't know if that would work. Actually, I have no room to speak. I've never seen wrestling before.
Really? It's such a fun sport to watch.
I've never really just considered it.
Oh, well, do I have a video for you? Bo Underwood made a video talking about wrestling. We should watch that.
When I'm on the bus going to a competition, I'm usually listening to music or something just to make the ride less boring. The things I do, like in between matches at tournaments, I usually try to eat a little something to refuel my body, because most of the day I'm trying not to overeat, but at the same time trying to keep some energy in my body. And then if it's like a 2-day tournament, you also have to watch out for you can't eat too much, because if you overeat, you won't make weight the next day. And then how I prepare, like right before my matches, I'm usually listening to some sort of music. I'm usually bouncing around a bit. I try to visualize what I'm gonna do in the match and how I intend to move. Usually makes the whole process of getting locked in for the match easier.
So that was a more before the match look. Now let's jump to a during the match look with Clayton Crookham.
Is usually, stretch out, get loose, stay warm, make sure I'm prepared for my match. I always like to get a post-high seat, moving around a little bit, shoot. Really just got to try and focus on how to secure the match, whether I got to score points, whether I got to defend a lot.
And this has been Bo Underwood reporting for Tongie TV.
Well, it's been so much fun learning about all kinds of different sports today.
And I got to spend all day with my friend.
You want to have a friend?
I've said too much.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems like a good place to leave off. Thanks for watching.
We hope to see you very soon. Bye! But do you know what also
I don't. I don't know how.
Me neither.
Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. I'm gonna eat some worms. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. I'm gonna eat some worms. You ever sang that as a kid? No. We had very different childhoods.
It's recording. And we can have it right here. It's watching us. I always feel like. Oh God, we're doing this bit again. Watching me, and I got no privacy. Okay. Well, luckily Molly Grammer made a. What did Molly Grammer make?
Really? I never got it either.
Yeah.